For centuries, the built environment began exactly like this: a mechanical drafting arm, a T-square, and physical intent. The tools dictated the pace of design. Today, that physical friction is gone. Modern software visualizes entire realities instantly, and that sudden speed has caused a wave of anxiety across the industry. We treat artificial intelligence like a slot machine. Designers type a few generic words, pull the digital lever, and hope for a usable result. You get something beautiful, sure, but structurally it is often total nonsense. Moving beyond these random generations requires a shift in perspective, learning the language of an AI art director, to treat the machine as a precision instrument. This technology is a pencil. It is the most capable rendering tool ever created, but its raw speed yields absolutely nothing with the rigorous control of human intent. Typing a modern house gives you a flat, generic image because the machine has zero environmental context. It does not know where the building sits or what time of day it is. To get precision, you build a prompt like an equation. You explicitly define the subject, the lighting conditions, the surrounding context, and the exact camera parameters. This is a physical material board detailing exact finish typologies. If you want real texture, you must specify the exact processing and finish of a material. You ask for natural oak or exposed concrete. Otherwise, the software defaults to a flat plastic look. Next, you direct the digital lens. Specifying a 24mm wide-angle lens versus an 85mm macro lens completely alters the perceived scale and the spatial story of the room. By mastering this specific vocabulary, you translate a vague, abstract feeling into calculated digital physics. To prevent the algorithm from generating ungrounded, hallucinated geometry, you have to anchor it to a strict blueprint, like this hand-drawn perspective sketch. Then you apply a negative prompt. A negative prompt is a text instruction that tells the AI exactly which visual elements to exclude from the final generation. You tell it to strip away photorealism, cinematic shadows, and depth of field. These constraints force the machine to output a readable diagram. This exploded axonometric shows separated structural layers rather than a pretty picture. Demanding poche cuts, filling cut solid elements with black ink, explicitly separates the structural massing from the empty internal space. Mastering the machine results in a hierarchy where analytical clarity and structural information always take precedence over aesthetic beauty. Even when you generate a highly accurate image, the final stage of design requires surgical editing. You do not throw away a near-perfect result and start over. You use inpainting. Inpainting is a digital editing technique where you mask off a specific section of an image to regenerate only that area, leaving the rest of the visual untouched. Let's say you have a completed design, like this corner workspace rendered in red brick masonry, but you need to test a completely different material palette. You isolate the facade, and the algorithm replaces the brick with smooth concrete panels. Notice how it seamlessly matches the original lighting direction, shadows, and reflections of the existing streetscape. This ability to execute targeted, micro-level iterations is exactly what separates an amateur from a professional orchestrator. It is easy to get caught up in the sheer speed of digital generation, but we cannot forget the physical, sensory reality of built architecture. The technology only understands pixels and geometric patterns. It does not feel the warmth of sunlight on a breakfast terrace or understand the need for privacy in a family home. Only a human architect truly understands cultural context. Only you understand emotional scale and how a space actually makes a person feel. Use the immense speed of these tools to iterate faster and explore bolder ideas. Do not let the software replace the depth of your thinking. Humans, empowered by these tools, are now capable of orchestrating visions once thought impossible. The world is waiting for what you create next.